Sarah and Vinny on Alice at 97.3.
Adam Lambert has joined us in the studio here at Alice. Welcome.
Hello.
It is lovely to see you.
Good to see you too.
You look so good.
Thank you.
And not that you didn't always look good, but you just
Well, there are a couple times where I did not.
Oh,
Let me tell
so?
you. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those pictures looking back. I'm like, oh, gosh. What was I thinking? Like Liza.
No, not like Liza.
Late Liza, yeah. There's some bad ones. But you know what? I'm working out. You know, I've cleaned it all up a little bit.
What does that mean?
Streamlined my look a little bit. I'm skipping a lot of the zhuzhing that took up like hours and hours and hours when I was getting ready. It was just too much. It wore me out.
I mean, he's got like a denim vest on with the little bleach stains and ragged around the shoulder. I mean, it's definitely not as polished. You were very glam.
I don't know what
for a while
zhuzhing
there.
means.
Well, it's because you don't have hair.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Do you know that this denim vest was very, very dark a week ago, and I got really crafty, and I have a big sink in my house in the guest room, and I poured a bunch of bleach in there, and I bleached it. I had so much fun.
How
and I got a little for a minute there. I was like, oh, I got to ventilate. I mean, it was a little crazy, but isn't that fun?
In closed spaces. So you're telling me you have the kind of time that it takes to craft?
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised to hear it. I would think that you're the busiest guy when you know.
It's getting busier like as we speak. So things are good.
Well, clearly here
things
you are on
here
your
we
radio
are
tour
in the morning.
Right. It is. Do you feel like a rare bird when you're sitting in there and everywhere you go, people must just go, oh,
aw,
Adam. Does it feel weird? Like, okay, you guys can all stop looking at me now.
You know like when I'm working, quote unquote, like promoting or whatever, that's a little bit different. But my life's not that abnormal. Like I try to live a pretty down to earth kind of life, you know.
But this was the dream. I mean, when you went to American Idol, you were like, I want to be a professional singer.
Yeah.
That would be
Superstar.
That would be cute.
The best thing in the world.
Yeah.
And you're it.
And you know what? Honestly, when I auditioned for that show, I had no idea. I was like, this, maybe I'll get on the top 10 or whatever it is. You know, as the weeks went on, I was like, wait, is this really happening?
I am hitting my stride here.
It's crazy. I have a shot.
But the appreciation for your voice has gone far beyond that. As I've heard, I read an article with Brian May, as he's the guitarist for Queen, and he's just talking about how you are just a phenomenal, the only singer that could do what they need to be done and for those songs.
Well, we had long conversations about you joining Queen. I mean, in fact, yesterday as we were walking around the building, I was like, it was the best thing that could have ever had. Because there's really no one like Paul Rodgers. He's a fine singer, but really taking over for Freddie Mercury is like one of those things that. But do you feel any pressure from them to be locked? I know you've toured with them, you've done, and he's on your record, right? Isn't Brian May on this new record?
Yeah, Brian's playing on one of the songs on the album. Yeah.
Is there like a lot of like, come on, man, just. Come on.
They're so cool. They've been like, there's never been a moment where I felt like, oh God, they don't like what I'm doing, or it's been open communication, and they've given me a lot of freedom actually.
Right.
And I always try to like respect the legacy of the band as much as possible, and I ask them like, is this okay? Can I do this? And they're great.
From what I read, that guy loves you.
Aww.
I think he loves you like, please stay.
Right.
Do more stuff with us.
That's what I mean, like never leave.
Right.
Stay and never leave.
We have 6 more shows in September in South America.
Oh.
I've never been. I'm really excited.
You have probably been pretty much everywhere at this point.
Yeah,
now.
I've been to most places, but not South America. And I haven't been to like Israel or Egypt. I'd like to kind of go over there. Haven't been there.
And when you have toured, do you make a point of going out each day to see stuff?
As much as I can. I mean, there are some days on tour where you just have to like hibernate and shut up and save your voice.
I was gonna say, that's
the key. Just like silence on days off.
And do you have like a little notepad that says, I'm not talking today?
I actually like, along with saving the voice, sometimes I just have to turn off and save my energy. So I just kind of like chill by myself. Yeah. Watch a movie, read a book.
Bleach a vest.
Yeah.
Right. Whatever might be coming up. So this new record, The Original High, it's out the 21st of this month?
It's out on June 16th.
Oh, June 16th.
Yeah, The Original High. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we got Ghost Town on the 21st. Maybe that was it.
Yeah.
When the whistling you? A lot of people wondered.
The whistling, guys, is not me. I'm a horrible whistler. I co-wrote the song, and we were coming up with the melody, and we realized that it had to be a whistle. That would be the coolest thing.
Right.
And I tried whistling, and my whistling is like... I can make a noise, but I don't have any control over what note the whistle is. So the guy that I co-wrote it with, he's a very good whistler. And that's him whistling. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you do a song with Tovlo on
Yeah,
the
Tovlo's on the album. She's amazing.
You know, it's funny when I the song where she's high all the time. I remember listening to that first time and going, "Oh my God, can I let my kids listen to this? Like, she's so going to sex clubs and binging on Twinkies." And
I love those lyrics. They crack me
so
up. They're
funny.
so disarming. Yeah, you're just like, you love this girl. Like, she's just saying exactly what's on her mind, you know?
So sing me a little of that song.
Well, she and I wrote it in Stockholm. It was the first song I actually wrote while I was out there. It's called Rumors. Let me see which part I could do.
Do you want the mic with the reverb on it? We sound up special for you, Adam. We went to a lot of great lengths.
I don't know if I want to give it away yet.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if I do. I mean, like, I'm a good sport, but, you know, it's no one's heard it yet. I want them to hear it, like, the record.
In the real.
Yeah. But it's a song about, we wanted to write something kind of about, whether you're, you know, a celebrity or, you know, a regular person, you know, we all have moments where there's gossip going on or there's rumors going around about us. And her and I were kind of laughing about it because she had released Habits, that song, but this is before it really blew up.
Oh.
So, you know, I got to watch her kind of rise a little bit since we wrote the song. And it's interesting because one of the things she was talking about with me was, what is it like, you know, to be, you know, talked about online and on social media? And what does that feel like?
You're about to find out.
I was like, well, girl, you know, here you go. But yeah, we wrote it about like, you know, hey, there's all these things. Why do we care so much about it? Why do we care about what people think?
I don't know, but we do.
We do. Oh, we certainly do.
We're certainly very interested
and then
in that stuff.
Like the silver lining to the song is, hey, but you and me, whatever that is, a romantic relationship, a friendship, family, you and me, we don't have to do that.
Right.
We see each other for who we are.
I think when you probably, as you get more famous, you start to appreciate the simple relationships that you have with your family and people that you've known from before.
Yes.
They know the real you.
100%. It feels different.
Right.
Yeah.
You must treasure that.
Yeah, I have the same core group of friends like for the longest time in LA that I've had. Yeah, they're really important to me.
Is that where your house is? Do you have a fabulous house now?
Yeah, it's not bad. I just bought my first house last year. It's nothing. It's not like super crazy. It's nice.
Just kind of crazy.
I mean, I've decorated it like a little bit wild, you know. I mean, I had to put some crazy things in there, but there's like a fur rug.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty decadent looking. And there's like a crystal, there's this chandelier that I put on my ceiling that's like a ring and it has like quartz crystals in it. It's very like white witch.
So are you the guy at the door that's like, you are not coming in if you're wearing those shoes?
Oh no, I allow shoes in my house.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
even on the fur rug?
I mean, come on, you should
It's
see
hard to get those
my
boots
boot
off.
collection. I'm not going to leave them at the door. You know, I'm going to wear them around the house and clack them.
Well, it's funny because I was looking at your Instagram earlier today, and you are into boots.
I love a boot. I love a boot.
Clearly, is that your big passion is shoes?
I have a problem with shoes because you can buy shoes online and not really have to try them on. I don't try on shoes before I don't need to try them on.
You just know
an
what
11 is
size
going
you
to
are.
fit. Yeah, it's going to fit. It's fine. Maybe it needs an insole. Maybe it doesn't. But yeah, you can buy them online and it's really easy.
Do you do Zappos where you just stick it in the box and nail it back?
Soulstruck is the one that I'm obsessed with. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's dangerous.
Very.
Hey, having listened to you, so I heard you through the American Idol, and I think one of the great songs you did was that Tears for Fears cover.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
God,
heard a couple albums now with kind of dancey tracks, and then obviously we were just mentioning you've been with Queen. But I really think that your voice is perfect for metal. Have you thought about, or do you ever, when you're karaokeing or just jamming with friends, do you ever do just 80s metal?
I had a band before I was an Idol, and it was kind of bordering on like it's pop metal. Yeah, it had like a metal feel to it, and then I realized very quickly that I just didn't like metal. So.
Not your thing.
Not really. I mean, can sing it and want to sing it are two different things. So it wasn't really my vibe.
You kind of do what you want to do.
Yeah. I love a good rock song though. And there's some I guess you could consider them metal, but like kind of mainstream metal. Like there's a Metallica song here or there. There's a
that you do for fun, or
Enter Sandman. I did it down in Australia when we were on tour, the first tour. It was really fun.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you want the reverb, Brian?
Yeah, right. You need a lot of reverb if you're going to sing metal. God.
You don't need a lot of reverb if you're going to sing metal.
I love a lot of reverb. I demand it.
Oh, really?
More reverb.
Like crank it up?
This isn't wet enough. Yeah.
funny. You know, we were talking to the engineers as we were getting ready. You know, we said, "Oh, just in casers, we'll have a little."
I hate a dry vocal sound. It has to be wet. Yeah.
Although sometimes, you know, when you get that like really condensed, actually the beginning of Ghost Town is kind of that. Yeah,
it's crispy. Yeah,
that's kind of nice.
But then every other phrase, there's like a big echo, which I love. I'm obsessed with that.
Singing from a well.
Yeah, exactly.